Speed, adrenaline, precision, and frustration. This is what the title Ghostrunner brings out of people. If you thought Flappy Bird was hard, wait till you play this beautiful hemorrhoid-inducing game. Ghostrunner is an action platformer with a cyberpunk aesthetic and setting. I haven't really played a game quite like this one up to this point in my life, so it's pretty tough to make any comparison to others. The closest thing I can probably think of is maybe like Titanfall 2 with some similar movement and platforming, or Mirror's Edge with the parkour aspect, but even then, those two games don't really encapsulate what Ghostrunner truly is. Ghostrunner is all about the movement and precision. You platform your way through beautifully crafted levels, moving up this big tower trying to stop this creepy lady named Mara. You are equipped with excellent yet simple movesets that allow you to be the best gosh darn Ghostrunner you can possibly be. You can jump, dash, slide, and wall run with plenty of power-ups and items to assist you. You acquire power-ups by going into the cyber world, which really slows the pacing of the game and weren't really that fun for me to traverse through. The power-ups, however, are worth it. You get a sword dash, which allows you to line up enemies and dash towards them, a sword blast, which is one of your only projectile attacks, a force push, which is probably the best, and also a mind control one that allows you to hack an enemy for a short time to kill for you. You also get a grapple hook, which you use quite often, that turns you into a cyber Spider-Man as you grapple and platform your way through the levels. This game makes you feel like a speed demon badass at times because some of the moves and precise platforming you do, and the level design complements it perfectly. The game, however, is hard as hell, so it isn't for everyone. And yes, there is no turning down the platforming difficulty setting, so if you don't like hard games, I would suggest Club Penguin or perhaps Roblox. Everything can one-shot you, and I mean everything. Getting hit by enemies, falling off ledges, saws, fire, and robots. So when I say precision is key, I am not kidding. You could go from a perfect section where you tear enemies' buttholes open and slam dunk on everything to a complete midlife crisis meltdown. In all honesty, the game isn't crazy hard, and it is beatable. It's just going to require lots and lots of retrying. But trial and error is the name of the game. After playing sections 15 times, you start to get the layout and the feel of the enemy placements, and you're able to combat that. There were some sections where I had over 100 deaths, and yet I still had fun. It does provide a quick reset so it doesn't disrupt your flow too much, as well as the checkpoint placements are usually perfect and right where you would want them to be. There are plenty of different types of enemies that perform various attacks and present new challenges, but you can also one-shot enemies. That being said, sometimes the easiest of enemies present a difficult challenge simply because of how they are placed. In order to use those previously mentioned abilities, you have to kill enemies to fill up your meter. As you progress through the game, the levels and enemies get harder, but you also get better, so it feels pretty gradual and balanced, except for the final platforming sections of the entire game. It honestly feels like you're enjoying a nice hike, and then out of your blind spot, you get pounced on by a wild cougar. Like the female kind. Get it? Yeah, this joke is credited to Thane Peterson. So stupid. Scattered throughout each level are hidden secrets for you to find. Some are items, audio logs, and different blades for you to use. The blades are pretty cool, but don't really do anything. They're just different skins. Finding and getting to these secrets, however, sometimes required you to use your brain and observation skills. It always felt good seeing a secret and then finding out how to get to it. There is also a Tetris upgrade system where as you acquire new ones, you have to place them inside the Tetris game. Each puzzle piece has its own unique upgrade, so you get to choose what you want. It's not a crazy in-depth system, but it fits the game well. The boss fights throughout the game weren't too terrible, except for this laser boss room. Eat my cyber dong, Tom. The final thing I wanted to talk about was the story. And my problem with the story was that important elements are told to you through dialogue from different characters. But it's really hard to give a shit about what they are saying when you are trying to be a parkour badass. This game has a pretty interesting story, but the way it is delivered is hard to digest and pay attention to. I know lots of people that complain about cutscenes in games, but Ghostrunner is a prime example of why cutscenes are helpful, or even just scripted sections which require no effort or thought so you can just absorb the information given to you. That being said, I didn't play Ghostrunner because of the story. I played Ghostrunner so I could do cool shit like this. Oh man, dude, this is tough. This is a tough room. Overall, I really enjoyed this game. The gameplay and the movement are awesome, the level design is amazing, and I love the cyberpunk aesthetic. Also, the music slaps hard. Ghostrunner took me about 6.5 hours to complete, and seeing the speedrun world record completed in 30-ish minutes broke me. Ghostrunner is a really fun platforming action game that with enough patience and practice can turn you into a platforming god. That being said, this game isn't for everybody, but for all of you fellow masochists out there like me that don't mind inflicting pain and mental abuse on yourself, Ghostrunner is for you.